Welcome back to Conversations with Chris. We're joined by Jim Woodworth and Noel Emenhiser. Jim, a trustee and alum and former student athlete at Madonna University. Noel Emenhiser, our current athletic director and men's head basketball coach, and also an alum of Madonna. And we're delighted to continue the conversation, focusing on some more of their experiences at Madonna, being part of the community. Jim, we'll start with you. Your role as a trustee. Tell us about how you came to be in that role and what you enjoy about it, what you like about being a trustee here at Madonna University.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing was after I graduated, I, along with one of my teammates, Aaron Cox, we continued to be involved with the basketball program. We started a scholarship, and that led to a conversation with Matt Reinecker about an interest in becoming a trustee. And I tell you, I was floored because it was such an honor, and it is an honor. It's a way for me to continue to give back to the university without having to write a check, which is nice. But it also allows me to be involved in some pretty significant decisions when it comes to leading Madonna forward, including hiring you, which was an awesome decision. So
thanks. Yeah, great to be part of that as well. Jimmy, talk about giving back and that concept of giving back. I just think that's so evocative of the mission here at Madonna and the work that we do. Tell us more about that concept of giving back and what it means to you.
Sure. I think Aaron and I, when we first decided that we wanted to start a scholarship, we left here feeling kind of like we didn't complete our mission. We talked in the last episode about the success of our program at that time, and we wanted to make sure that whoever the coach was, and I think you had just started to take over at that point. Noel was in his first or second year, and we wanted to give him some tools that maybe his predecessor didn't have. So we started a scholarship that goes to a men's basketball player every year. And since then, we've evolved into now we give to multiple programs every year. The sound system in the gym, for example, is something we helped fundraise for. And it's more than anything, it's rewarding to just be involved with the direction of Madonna and having and being able to impact the outcome.
Yeah, that's great. And you just talk about improvements to the Alliance Catholic Credit Union arena. It's just great to be here in this space. And for folks who don't get a chance to visit Madonna, what a wonderful place this is to see all of our student athletes participate in so many of the great events that are hosted here. And we've really enjoyed seeing that and seeing both of you for many of those events as well. Just get to know you a little better, Jim. Favorite book, favorite movie?
So I have never been much of a reader, but I've started to over the last couple of years. I'm almost done with a book right now called The Comfort Crisis by Michael Easter. And it's really been impactful in a lot of ways, but just with my mindset over the last month. And so that's a book that I'd recommend. And favorite movie, there's so many good ones, but for some reason, the one that always sticks out to me is The Shawshank Redemption.
That's great.
Yep.
Yeah, terrific. You also host a podcast and share a lot of your expertise with other communities as well. Tell us about that work as well.
Sure. My brother started a podcast about just over a year ago, and it started out with I was just a guest, and he'd have other guests, and it kind of evolved into now it's him and I. We do a weekly topic on mostly real estate investing or some type of business creation, and a lot of times it's evolves into mindset and things like that. My brother currently is fighting stage 4 cancer. And so it's also led into his journey with that and how he can inspire others who are dealing with their own health issues. So it's a wide range of topics, but for me, it's really just an opportunity to talk with my brother, and it's fun. So
that's great. Thanks for sharing his story as well, and thoughts and prayers for him. Absolutely. Noel, your journey coming back to Madonna as head men's basketball coach, and then the decision to have you move into the athletic director's role. Just share that story and that journey with us.
Yeah, so many things in my life have been at the belief and encouragement of others. The coaches that I had the privilege of playing for encouraged me to consider coaching. And as illogical as that may feel and seem at times, there's not many jobs. It's hard to break into that industry. Their belief and encouragement really pushed me toward that. And then the belief and encouragement of the former athletic director, Brian Rizzo, to put me in a role at a very young age that I was not nearly ready for, and then to support me through that opportunity to grow. But and then the support of so many others like Jim and Aaron and our community and the basketball community and the Madonna community have allowed me to continue to stay in that role and hopefully grow into a position where we're providing the opportunity for growth and transformation for our students, like the coaches that we played for did for us. So it's really at that belief and encouragement and somebody else seeing potential in me that I hope to reward them on, that push me in that direction. And then their support to continue to try to develop in the role that's been so meaningful to me. And similar with the athletic director position, I've worked very hard to try to become the best possible leader that I can be and do the best I can in the roles that I've served in. And I was asked if I would take on those responsibilities, and somewhat reluctantly, but also very humbly accepted them in a way that I hope that I could continue to make a greater impact here at Madonna, to be involved in important decisions as we move forward. And I hope to create the best possible place for our student athletes to play, the best places for our coaches to coach, the best place for our staff to work, because of the relationships, because of the culture, and I hope create a really competitive experience for every one of our student athletes.
Yeah, and it's just great to work with you on all those fronts and see the results for our student athletes, both inside the classroom, outside the classroom, and all the great things that happen here around Madonna. Tell us about All-Star basketball camps and your work with that as well. Yes.
So All-Star basketball camps is a product of the aforementioned Bernie Halowicki as well. This will be the 49th summer that the camp has existed here in Metro Detroit. It's known as one of the first and arguably the best. And it's just a great compilation of competitions and drills, and no 2 days are alike. And it's become a staple in the community of a place where young players go and cut their teeth against great competition. But our hope is that every player that comes to the camp feels excited and encouraged about the game of basketball, and that for the other 51 weeks of the year that they want to go and pick up a ball, and that their inspiration carries on past Monday to Friday that we hold the camp. So it's just a beautiful construction put together by Coach Halowicki of the best possible competitions and games and motivation. So being a torchbearer for that camp is something that's really meaningful to me, and I think it has a positive influence in the community.
Yeah, that's great. And so one of the terrific experiences I've had in my first year is just seeing how sustained and important relationships are at Madonna, and you just both express those dynamics of relationships. Noel, favorite book, favorite movie?
Yeah, favorite book for me, Dare to Lead by Brene Brown, because it really changed my perspective around leadership, specifically around vulnerability and shame. Really challenged me to look at things differently and see things differently in my roles here at Madonna and my roles at home as a father and husband. So that one's really been impactful for me in my life. If I might pivot to favorite TV show instead of a favorite movie.
Your interview.
Ted Lasso, it's your, well, thank you. Ted Lasso is something that I watch regularly. I think it's got great lessons in leadership, coaching, and culture, and also throws in some really funny dad jokes and humor. So I really enjoy it. I learn a lot each time that I rewatch the series, and I think it really applies to the work that we're trying to accomplish here at Madonna.
That's great. That's great. When you have some downtime, other things that you enjoy doing?
Well, for me, I love spending time with people that I love. So relationships are at the heart of everything that we do. So our close friends, people that encourage and inspire us, and we hope to do the same for them. But anything with good people and good music are things that I enjoy.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Great to speak with both of you again today here in the Alliance Catholic Credit Union Arena. A terrific space, many great spaces to be on the Madonna campus. Thanks for joining us for Conversations with Chris. We look forward to seeing you again. Peace and all good.